Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are doing another Decades of Makeup video. So I have 3 of these up on my channel already, and how it works is I have this like little jar of paper, and they have different decades on it from the 1920s to the 2000s. So I'm gonna draw from here and see what we get. I've already done the 1960s, the 1970s, and the 2000s. So those ones are not in here, but the rest of them are. So we're gonna see what we get, and we're gonna try and do makeup from that decade. To get started, I have to pull a decade. I'm kind of nervous because I feel like obviously the 2000s and I feel like the 70s are like pretty reasonable, but I'm like really scared to get like a really old one because I feel like I'm not gonna know what to do at all. But I'm gonna like mix these up, even though I don't know which ones they are. And I'm just gonna pick one. Okay. I'm like nervous. Okay, let's see. 1950s. I know literally nothing about that, so I'm gonna go do my little research and then we'll come back and figure out what we're doing. After doing some research, I really thought the 1950s was gonna be kind of difficult to find like a common theme to go off of, but it was actually probably the easiest one out of all the ones I've done so far. I think the biggest inspiration that I found was Marilyn Monroe, obviously, but like what I noticed is it's very, very matte, and it's like, honestly, there's not a lot of dimensions when it comes to the actual base. So it's like pretty light, like it's not super bronzed. There's not like a ton of highlighter. It's very soft and matte, like not glossy. And then the eyeshadow is very, very light. However, there's a lot of eyeliner, red lipstick, and the brows are honestly pretty dark. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know that I'm so glad that I don't have to cover them up and make them thin because 1, I'm bad at that. 2, it takes forever. However, it does include a very high like arch, and I don't know if I'll be able to achieve that because my eyebrows are not naturally like that, but I will try my best. But I will be making them pretty dark. So it's very prominent like eyes because of the eyeliner, eyebrows, and like your lips. And then other than that, it's all very subtle. So I think we should be able to accomplish this pretty well. But I don't know because I'm normally a glowy makeup person, so I don't know how many matte makeup products I'll have. So to get started, I'm obviously clipping my hair back like I always do. I also already put on a moisturizer so that my makeup would sit a little better. Now I'm honestly debating. I normally start with primer, and I don't know if I should do that still. I mean, I feel like it'll make it stick better, but I'm scared that it will make it look like glowy. But I don't know. I'm just gonna do it anyway because me personally, my makeup does not go on well at all if I don't have primer. So I'm gonna put primer on, and then we're gonna move on to foundation. I'm a little nervous about foundation because I only have one kind of foundation, and I do need foundation because it's like all very like one color. And my face has like a lot of red. So I'm definitely gonna need the foundation to give myself like an even skin tone. I'm just hoping it won't look glossy, but I mean, if that's the case, I guess I can just put a ton of powder on. All right, here's the foundation that I always use. It's Charlotte Tilbury. And I'm just gonna do this kind of like normal, like little dot on my hand. And then I have my beauty blender. I'm just gonna put that on my face. This is a very full coverage foundation, which is what I like because it'll give me kind of that solid base. But it's like liquidy and like shiny because, like I said, that's the kind of makeup that I tend to go for in my day-to-day. So I'm going to blend this out and then I'll be back. Foundation is on, and honestly, it doesn't look too shiny. I am, however, still going to put a decent amount of powder on because I still feel like especially like right here, like you're still getting some of that shine, which isn't really what we're going for. But like I said, I'm just gonna put a lot of powder everywhere, honestly, which I feel like isn't what I normally do. I normally put it like on my chin and my forehead and like under my eyes, but like I'm gonna go everywhere, like heavy. And I'm hoping, okay, so it's a little glossy. Does that help? I feel like that is helping. Okay, cool. Oh, I also probably should have done some concealer. However, I did have a little concealer on before I started, so I think that was good. I just had a little under my eyes. I still might put some like on my forehead. I'm gonna do that real quick because I probably should have done that before I did powder, but I kind of forgot. But I'm gonna put some here because I feel like it's like very bright. I'm hoping that this goes well since I already did the powder, but you know, if anything, it'll just make it look more matte probably. So very bright. I feel like that was subtle, but you know, I noticed it, so it's good. I mean, I would also use concealer on like any darker spots, but like I said, I already had some on before I started, so that will just have to work. Okay, I think putting the powder on really helped. Like the camera might not look too different, but in my mirror, it definitely looks more matte. So what I normally do next is bronzer. However, I don't think we're gonna do that today. I think we're gonna move on to, what is this, blush. We're gonna move on to blush. This is a liquid blush. This is what I normally use. However, I don't think that's what we're gonna go for today because I think that's just gonna make it look glossier. So let me find my powder blush. I found my little e.l.f. blush palette. I don't know when this is from at all. And here's the thing. I really like this color. However, it's kind of sparkly. So I'm kind of like, maybe not. And I think if I can do this one pretty light, then that will look good. But I'm just going to kind of put that, honestly, regular placement, but not a lot. Like, and I'm hoping that with this pink color, I can do it kind of lightly. Yeah, but I really wish that other one wasn't sparkly because that's like the perfect color that I want. I feel like this is working a little bit. Okay, I can put a little bit more on the brush. But it's very like subtle, but it's there. Like you can notice it. So honestly, I think this is pretty good amount. I just need to blend it out a little bit more. But this is like some random brush. It's not really a great brush, but I think it'll just have to do. I feel like I need to pull it up a little bit, but like I said, like it's not really blending. Maybe it's this brush. Hold on. Okay, I have this one that I've used in one of these videos before, I think. Okay, yeah. I like this brush better. Feels more controlled. And I think that's good. It's there, you notice it, but it's not like in your face, you know? Which is what we were going for. I did see some photos where like it was like very shadowy, like the actual picture was very shadowy, and that created like these harsh shadows on the face. So I kind of considered bronzer, but then I was like, I feel like that's just the lighting and like the dramatic like Hollywood photo they were doing, and I feel like that's not what the actual makeup is like. Okay, I feel like that's pretty good. I'm gonna go over with my beauty blender to kind of blend it a little bit more. I feel like that's pretty good. Next step I normally do is highlighter. But I'm not gonna do that today. It's so weird doing my makeup and skipping like some of my favorite steps, but I'm not gonna do highlighter because like I said earlier, it's very matte. So highlighter would completely defeat the purpose of that. And I think honestly, our next step is going to be the eyes. And I'm a little nervous for it because it's a lot of eyeliner and I am not the best when it comes to eyeliner, but we're gonna try. Before we get to the eyeliner though, I am going to do like a subtle, very light, pale eyeshadow. I just don't really know what color I want to do. Okay, I honestly might just do my basic, like my everyday brown, because I saw on something, because honestly in a lot of the pictures I was looking at, you couldn't really tell that there was much eyeshadow because the eyeliner was so much, but I did see that it was like very subtle, like light hues, and it was like browns, greens, blues. So I'm just gonna go with the brown because I feel like that's the one I have the best shade of. So we're gonna go with that, and I wanna try and do a little bit less than I normally do because when I do my makeup, I put it almost over the whole lid, and I'm kind of just gonna lightly put it towards the middle and like blend it outward, and I'm hoping that goes well. Like, okay, do you even notice that? Maybe I'll do just a little bit more. Okay, kind of just putting this on the way I normally do, I guess. Very subtle. Don't even know if you can really see it. You can see it when I close my eye. And that's what we're going for. So I'm going to do that on the other eye too, and then I'll be back. Okay, eyeshadow is on. Very subtle. Now it was eyeliner, and I'm a little nervous for that. I also feel like my eyeliner was running out last time I used it, so we're gonna just see and hope it works. So the way the eyeliner like actually is on is like your very basic like slight cat eye thick eyeliner that I feel like we've seen a lot, but apparently it was very popular in the 50s, so we're gonna attempt to do that. But eyeliner is always such a mess for me. Like I always get it all over my eye, so we're gonna hope that that doesn't happen. Okay, I have it on this one eye. I'm gonna let it dry before I open my eyes because I feel like that's how it normally gets pretty messy. Pretty good. I honestly might make this a little bit more exaggerated. I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like it's a good thick eyeliner. Ignore the end. It looks better when my eyes open, so. Now I have to do the other eye, and not only is it hard to make them match, I also am like so bad at doing my left side, so. Are they exactly the same? No. Also, when I close my eyes, it's really rough. But also, my eyelids were shaking, like, oh look. That makes it so hard to put eyeliner on. However, if my eyes are open, it's fine. So, I'm just gonna leave them open. Next, I'm going to do mascara. I already have a little bit on, but hopefully that'll make it hold a little more. I don't know. So I feel like the eyeliner is making my eyes look like two different shapes. But I don't know. I literally don't know. So eyes are done. Now we really just have eyebrows and lipstick. So for my eyebrows, I'm using this. And we're literally just gonna fill them in like a lot. Like I feel like they're definitely filled in pretty heavy right in the front. And then I'm going to try to create the illusion of a high arch. Oh, I totally just broke the pencil. Okay. Maybe I'll put like a little bit more down here, so that way it looks like it's going up more. This pencil doesn't really match, but it's okay. I do like the darkness of it. I feel like that is really matching. However, I think we're just gonna have to go with how my natural eyebrows arch and leave it at that. So it's pretty dark, which is what we were going for. It's so crazy to me because my eyebrows, like, I've never seen them this dark or this like full. Like they're definitely bigger because like that's my regular eyebrow. And this is like, I don't know. It's crazy to me that people like did this, you know? Because this looks crazy to me. It looks like I painted it on. Like it doesn't really look like my eyebrow. Anyway, we're gonna do the other side. And we're gonna do my best to get it to match, even though my eyebrows are two completely different shapes. So, okay. They look insane. My biggest thing is like, this is like part of my natural eyebrow with this side. And it's hard to like blend it, like, cause I feel like it would match more if I go up, but it also looks like it's just already so thick. So I'm like, was that better? I feel like they just look so bad because I'm so bad at filling in my eyebrows. Okay, I feel like this doesn't look too bad. The problem is I think this eyeliner is better, but I think this eyebrow is better. Actually, I don't know. They look insane to me. Anyway, I think we're just gonna have to move on. And I'll like do the rest from back here. Actually, we really only have one more step, and that is the lipstick. And I'm not gonna use a lip gloss. I have some chapstick on right now. But I'm gonna use like a lipstick, and hopefully that'll create like the matte look. So I found the lipstick I want to use. It's just this like red lipstick. I think it's gonna be pretty bright. Brighter than I would have wanted, but I also feel like this is the best that I have, so we're gonna use it anyway. It's so dulled out and it's like kind of hard to apply, but we're gonna try our best. Oh my gosh, like it's such an awful shade of red. This is what I used to have to wear for competitions. So that's why I have it. Like, you see what I mean? If this was just like a little bit of a darker red, I think it'd be perfect. Especially, hold on, up close. It's like way, maybe I really do just have to stay back here because I feel like everything looks a little bit better back there. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the end of the actual makeup. Here is the final makeup look up close. It's a little scary. The lipstick looks awful, and so does the eyeliner, and so do the eyebrows. But if I go back here, there's your 1950s makeup. Not a lot of like shading, very subtle, very matte. However, heavy eyeliner, heavy brows, and heavy lipstick, which is what I was going for. So there's your final look. And that was the video this week. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to subscribe because I post every Friday at 3. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more content. Bye.